In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 mistakes that I made that I hope you don't make on your next vacation. Hey everybody, Kwame here, and as the title and you just heard said, these are 3 mistakes that I made on my last vacation. Like many of you, we have been stuck in the house for quite some time. We've had all our vacations canceled. We were supposed to be on a road trip right now down to Mesa Verde, into Utah, and then back up into Denver. That obviously is not happening. And so instead, over the weekend, we decided to go camping in a remote place, really cool state park called Vega State Park. Really nice location. It's secluded, like 4 hours away from Denver. And we were really excited about going there. And it was a great time. However, I made 3 critical mistakes that it didn't make it didn't make the vacation or the camping trip miserable or anything, but these are mistakes that I've learned and hopefully you guys can learn from also. Number 1, I packed way too much stuff. So I brought 2 cameras, 4 lenses, actually a third camera, so I brought my Yeelight, 2 cell phones, my regular iPhone and then my Android phone because I was going to do some time lapses, the stuff to set up for my to connect my phone to my tripod which was big and heavy, my iPad Pro with bridge keyboard, also 4 portable batteries that I can plug in and recharge batteries with. Also I brought 3 extra batteries plus the battery grip on my Sony A7 II. It was a lot of stuff. My backpack was extremely heavy, and in all honesty, I only used 2 lenses. I used both cameras. I used the lenses that were attached to those cameras. I didn't change any batteries, so I just used the batteries that were in the camera. I used the iPad once to back up pictures while we were there, but I turned it off and didn't use it again. Didn't use the tripod at all, so it wasn't a waste. I mean, I always bring the tripod when we go traveling because you never know, but I didn't use it. I didn't use the Android phone for any time lapses because I didn't need it, and the opportunities weren't there. So yeah, I think I was so excited about getting out and camping, which is something we love to do. We camp every year, and this is we haven't done it all year, so we were really excited. I was super excited, and I overpacked, and it sucks because it took up so much space in my backpack. It made my backpack extremely heavy. I didn't carry it with me when we went hiking or anything like that because it was just too heavy. And then I was worried about, my iPad, making sure my iPad didn't get stolen, making sure lenses didn't get stolen, like all the stuff that I was worried about that if I didn't bring it, it would have been fine. I had my iPhone, so if I wanted to quickly transfer a picture to my phone and do some editing, I could have, but I didn't do that at all. If we were staying in a hotel, then it would make sense to bring the iPad because then at night I could, look at the pictures and that kind of stuff. But when you're on vacation, especially for me, like when we're on a family vacation and it's not a photo trip, you have to kind of check what you're bringing and kind of put back in perspective. Like my family's pretty patient with me if I'm like going to take pictures and stuff. But, for this trip, we brought the 2 dogs, which we normally don't do. And it was really just a vacation. Like we wanted to get out of the house. We did, we were socially distanced from people. We probably saw, a half a dozen people while we were there. So, it was way too much stuff to bring for what we were doing. So that is one thing I would recommend, if you guys are going on vacation, if you've been stuck in the house like us and you're going on vacation, check, lay out everything that you think you're going to need and then cut it in half because, like I said before, I brought way too much stuff. I did use both cameras, but I used the 2 lenses that were on there, and that's all I needed, and I didn't need anything else. And really, I probably could have gotten away with just having 1 camera. I didn't need both of them, but I was testing out some stuff, so I used both cameras. The second mistake I made was I had way too many expectations. And again, I go back to this is this comes down to we've been stuck in the house. So I was like, oh man, I'm going to shoot. I had so many YouTube videos planned. I had B-roll content I wanted to get. I had a bunch of test images I wanted to shoot. I broke my own rule, which is I always go into a situation with no expectations. And I was good. I didn't look at a ton of pictures of the area before, like the Vegas State Park, before we left. But in my mind, I had all these things I wanted to do. I had all this content I wanted to create for the channel. And in reality, this is a family vacation and we were there just to relax, which we did. Like, we did a lot of just lounging around. Both our dogs are pretty old, so we didn't go on too many long hikes, and we just relaxed. We didn't have any cell phone service or anything like that, so it was nice to just get out, chill, catch up on some podcasts and audiobook. But if you're going out and you're going on vacation, especially family vacation, don't have any expectations to create all of this content and create epic pictures. One trick that I find that helps me is I give myself a time limit. I say, okay, I'm going to have 10 minutes on this day to shoot some video, shoot a picture, create something. And once that is over, I'm done. Like, it's over, and I'm just back to hanging out with my son, playing with the dogs, chilling with my wife, and just, enjoying the vacation and not worrying about all the stuff that I'm going to do. Now, quickly, once we got there and we got set up and everything, all that went away. Like, all the videos and stuff I was going to shoot, all that went away. That's why the tripod didn't come out, because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm not going to push it. I'm not trying to create epic content, epic B-roll, get footage for future uses or anything like that. I just decided, let's just chill. I'm going to relax and, like I said before, listen to a couple of podcasts, listen to an audiobook. So one of the great things about, letting go of my expectations was when our campsite was right next to a spot where hummingbirds like to feed. And so I got some really good pictures of a couple hummingbirds. I think there are 2 different hummingbirds. And I would have never gotten that if I was so fixated on creating a certain type of picture or a certain type of videos. I would have been oblivious to what's going on. So, my advice to you guys is don't go out there with any expectations. See what you get and just roll with the punches. Don't try to make a family vacation into a photography vacation. And the third mistake I made is I broke my own backup strategy. So for me, all my pictures live in Lightroom, right? And the way I do that is I back them up to the computer and then they sync through, Lightroom's, Adobe's cloud solution. However, I decided to back them up directly into Lightroom on my iPad. And so since I started doing that while we were there, I just decided, well, I'll just do it for all the pictures. That turned out to be a mistake because it took almost a full day for those images to sync back to my computer. And now, they're technically on my computer, but they're not in my backup archive, like the way I like to archive and back up my pictures. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to get those pictures. I'm going to put them, in my external hard drive like I normally would. But, if you have a backup system, you should just stick with that backup system and don't break it, even if you're in the field. Like, it's one thing if I would have backed them up to the Files app and just had them there as a backup in case something happened to the SD cards. But, by importing them directly into Lightroom, it's messed up my entire backup workflow and all that kind of stuff. So now I got to figure that out, and it's just an extra step. And then it took forever to get over to the computer, and it was just a mess. So I should have just been patient. If I wanted to look at pictures, I could have imported them into like the Files app, or selected a couple and imported them into like on my phone, and then played around with them that way. But I got impatient. I wanted to see what they looked like, and I wanted to start editing them while we were driving back. Again, it was like a 4-hour drive back to Denver. So yeah, I made that mistake, and it took all of Sunday. We got back Saturday. It took all of Sunday before they were all synced over to my computer desktop. So I hope my mistake helps you all not make those mistakes that I've made this weekend. Again, it was probably, I know I was really excited to get out of the house. I was really excited to go photograph and use my cameras in ways that, outside of the state park and the wildlife refuge that I've been shooting at, for the last almost 5 months now. However, again, learn from my mistakes. Don't pack too much. Don't have any expectations. Yeah, it's okay to, if you're going on a photo vacation, to, have expectations to take, a lot of pictures and stuff like that. However, if you're on a family vacation, the best thing I can say is use the trick that I use. Set yourself 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is, and say, okay, I'm going to only have this amount of time and I need to create something within that time. And then also, lastly, keep your backup strategy the same. Don't try to deviate it just because you're on vacation. Thank you guys as always for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. In my last video, I talked about the new update to Topaz Labs. I have that video somewhere. I can't remember which side it's on, but I also have the link down there. Right now through August 7th, it is $20 off, which is pretty cool. And if you find a 15% off coupon, which they are always advertising that, you can get an additional, I think, like $9 or a couple dollars off. So it's like $50 total if you use the coupon with their $20 off. As of this video, again, it runs through August 7th. I have a link down below. It is a referral link. They don't know me. I bought the software. They sent me an email saying, hey, you have a referral link if you want to use it. So I'm just putting it out there to you guys. If you do use it, it does help my channel. It does help me. I get a small kickback, but yeah, if you do buy it, you will also get the referral link, so you could pass it on to your friends also. Thank you again for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye bye.